Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Breitling Transocean Chronograph Unitime in red gold with a black crocodile strap, reference RB0510U4.BB63.760P. I'll tell you a little bit about the case, bezel dial, bracelet movement. Finally, I'll try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start. Now, Breitling came out with this, they call it in the family of the Transocean, trans meaning across, and ocean, of course, meaning ocean. So the two words meaning that it has something to do with travel or times in different zones. And this one very much does have that. So, and it's also a chronograph. So what is this watch? Well, it's basically a world time with a chronograph. They call it their own name, which is a Transocean, but it's a world time, meaning it tells the time zone in many different countries. And it has a chronograph. And interestingly, it even has a date, strangely enough. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it as we go along and compare it a little bit to some other big brands, and then finally give you my thoughts. So let's start with the case. Now, the case by typical Breitling is large. They make it 46 millimeters, which, if you don't know, is quite large. So if you like a large watch, then this one, a large complicated watch, then this one definitely could be one of them. Normally, dress watches are somewhere between 40 and 44, but Breitling has been known to always make big, bold watches, and this one's no exception. At 46 millimeters, it's probably about as big as you could get, and the height, let's look at it on the side profile, is 15 millimeters, which is also quite thick. So it's a big watch, and the reason it's not just big for no reason, but it is big because it tells a lot. It has a world time, a chronograph, and a date. So yeah, that's quite a bit of information, and it's 46 millimeters. Now, if you look at the lugs, since we're talking about the case, yeah, this watch is in red gold. They also make other ones in stainless steel. They also make it in white gold and a few other variations. This one is rose gold with a black dial, which I really do like. I actually like it better than the rose gold with a white dial. I just think the black makes it really a nice contrast, makes it really stand out. And yeah, so let's look at the case though. The lugs have this sort of beveled edge, which is quite nice, I have to say. And the case itself has the bezel that is totally smooth. That also is quite nice, as opposed to, for example, their Navitimers, which have this sort of coined edge to it. This one is completely smooth, makes it for a cleaner look, and also doesn't it's not going to get damaged. Okay, all right, so and let's look at the pushers here. The pushers have this old school pusher feel to it, which actually I think is pretty cool. Patek even uses this old school style pusher in their 5172s, their manual wind chronograph. I don't know what the name of these kind of pushers are, but they are pretty cool. They're vintage looking. All right, let's look at now the dial, which I think there's a lot to unpack here. Now, a world time is supposed to be able to tell time in different time zones or different cities or countries across the world, and you actually change it. For example, another company that makes a world time chronograph is Patek Philippe. This watch was created in 2012, and I actually thought that Breitling copied Patek Philippe, but actually Patek Philippe came out with their world time chronograph in 2016, 4 years after the advent of this Transocean world time chronograph. So yeah, who copied who, not sure. And I also noticed that the lugs, that the way Breitling does it, Patek actually, I don't want to say copied, but their Patek's looks very similar to Breitling, not the other way around. So yeah. And what else is that in this dial, not only do you have the world time, you have a chronograph, and the chronograph is not like in Patek. Patek has a chronograph in their world time, but it's only 30 minutes, literally 30-minute counter. That's not very long. And this one has a real normal 12-hour chronograph. You have running seconds on the left, and then you have the large second hand, then you have hours at the bottom and minutes at the right. So you get a full 12-hour chronograph, which is kind of rare. You know, Patek is really doing 30 minutes. I mean, who needs a 30-minute counter? A lot of us may need an hour. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And also, Patek does not have a date. This one actually have a date. At the 4 o'clock position, at the 4:30 position, it has the date, 1 through 31. So that's also pretty cool. And they managed to put a globe. I think it's pretty a nice touch to it. They managed to actually put a globe in the picture here. So yeah, quite a bit to unpack. And as I said, I like it in this color with this globe, with this dark black, or this black. And also, being the watch at 46 millimeters, the time or the countries, the cities of the countries are not all jam-packed together like they are in Patek Philippe's case. That's another benefit to having a bigger dial at 46. Patek's watch, I think, is 41 or something like that, around 41 millimeters. Okay, now let's move on here to the movement. The movement here is an in-house caliber B05. I'm not surprised that it's in-house because it's quite a complicated movement, and I don't think Breitling really gets enough credit because they are making quite a complicated movement. In fact, Patek Philippe who is known as the king of complication, does not even have that many complications in their world time. Patek Philippe's only has just the time, the world time, and a 30-minute counter. This one has a 12-hour counter and the date and the world time. So I think that's quite a bit more. Okay, and the movement, you cannot see it. They covered it. I wish they kind of opened it up so they could see it, because I bet it looks pretty nice. But they didn't. So, okay, but still, it's a nice case back. And let's look at the strap here. Now the strap is just on your black leather, but of course you could change it to whatever. But against a black dial, I think the black leather looks great. And with the white stitch, I think it looks even better because, you know, there's a little bit of white in the dial. So having a little accent of white stitch looks nice. And this one has a deploying clasp, but you know, you could get it on a pin buckle if you like, or keep it on the deployment. It's up to you. But yeah, it's still a nice buckle, and it's a nice, yeah. Okay, so the next thing is, let's try this watch on my wrist. Now I'm 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, and I have a 7.5 inch wrist. And as you can see, like 46, yeah, it's a large, but it's not too large. You know, it still fits me. I can still wear it, and it still looks really good. It has a lot of complications to it. Now look, I'd have to talk about the price a bit. Now this watch retails. It's discontinued. It was produced in 2012, so I'm not sure when it was discontinued exactly, but it was. At the time, the last known retail, at least I have here, was $29,230. So let's say almost $30,000. I'm sure they've risen the retail price since then, but around $30,000 retail. But we're selling for more than half that, less than half that, you know. So, and it's just a great value for what you get in the complication, in it being gold from a good brand. So definitely going to give it a thumbs up. Now, of course, I want to say whoever buys this, going to have to be ready and willing to accept a larger watch. Maybe have a larger wrist, so that would work just fine for you. But anyways, I love that it has all this complication. I think Breitling doesn't get enough credit. I'm going to give him credit right now. And the watch itself looks really good. And so there's not much to like. I'm just definitely going to give it a thumbs up. And if you like to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.